Most managers and business owners fail not because they are bad at what they do, but because they fall into a very common trap, a leadership myth that keeps them stuck, overwhelmed, and frustrated when they start leading a team or managing their company. Whether you are a corporate manager struggling with leading your team or an entrepreneur running a business, the myth we are dissecting today from the book The E-Myth Revisited may be holding you back and you don't even realize it. So today, we're going to analyze the valuable insights this book offers regarding leadership. And by the end of this video, I promise you, you will know a great solution for this famous leadership myth or trap that this book talks about. Alright, so let's jump right in. And by the way, I am Ruth, a leadership researcher. I've led teams in corporate like Intel Corporation where my employees have returned more than $100 million in cash gains. And I have delivered these massive results by building high-performing teams and optimizing leadership strategies, all of which I teach you exactly how in this channel. So, subscribe. Alright, let's begin. Section 1, the leadership myth that makes people, specifically leaders, fail. The E-myth stands for the entrepreneurial myth, but this applies just as much to corporate managers as it does for business owners. So what is this myth? The false belief that being great at a skill automatically makes you a great leader. Let me give you 2 examples. The corporate manager example first. Imagine you are an amazing software engineer. You crush deadlines, write brilliant code, and solve tough problems. Because of that, your company promotes you to a manager role. Yay, congratulations! More benefits, better pay, your effort is paying off. But wait, now suddenly you're not just coding, you're leading a team of developers. And you realize that knowing how to debug software doesn't mean you know how to motivate people. Being great at solving problems doesn't mean you know how to delegate and how to coach. And just because you are an expert in your field doesn't mean you know how to manage a team, how to hire, how to improve the group's productivity without being an asshole. Nor it means you now know how to make them respect you and follow you. And this is the most common meritocracy issue in corporate America all new managers face, myself included. 10 years ago, when I was promoted to manager, in my first manager role, I was terrible at it. They promoted me because I was the best performer of a 250 analyst department. My results were 35% better consistently every single month for a year, and then they gave me this new responsibility. The issue, I was an outstanding analyst, yes, but I had no social skills, people nor influencing skills to lead, communicate, motivate, hire, or even less, to strategize for a whole team. I was a terrible manager and I felt like a failure. It took me years of research, training, thousands of hours studying human behavior, communication, influencing, mentorships, and a lot of testing and courses to become a great leader. And that's why today I help corporate leaders and business owners to lead with ease and save them years of mistakes so they can 10x their business and careers. And if you would like personalized guidance, you can book a free consultation call. I also have this amazing free masterclass. You can check them out in the video description. Alright, then we have the entrepreneur example. Let's talk about entrepreneurs. A great chef opens a restaurant. A talented graphic designer starts an agency. A passionate fitness trainer opens a gym. But soon, they realize instead of cooking, they are stuck managing employees, handling payroll, and running operations. Instead of designing, they are dealing with client complaints, hiring problems, and sales. Instead of training clients, they are stressed out about marketing, bookkeeping, and taxes. Why? Because they are doing everything except what they are best at. So whether you are a corporate manager or an entrepreneur, the biggest mistake you're making is this, you are stuck working in the business instead of working on the business. Leadership isn't about doing more work. It's about elevating yourself to think strategically. The 3 personalities that hold leaders back. In the image revisited by Michael Herbert, he explains that inside every struggling business owner and every overwhelmed corporate manager, there are 3 conflicting personalities fighting for control. If you don't recognize which one is running your leadership style, you'll stay stuck. The technician is the first one, the doer, where most people get stuck. This person loves doing the work. They're hands-on, detail-oriented, and hate delegating. If you are an entrepreneur, this means you're still doing all the sales, all the work, and all the problem solving. Also, the reason could be because you are afraid of committing to have a full-time employee who supports you, as this means a big commitment to your business. If you're a manager, this means you are micromanaging. You are maybe fixing mistakes and taking things over instead of letting your employees handle it and learn from their failures. Instead of coaching them, you just want to do everything on your own because you don't trust them enough. For example, a chef who is now a restaurant owner is still spending 10 hours a day cooking instead of building an scalable business. And this is 100% okay if you hire the right people to do the strategy instead. If you open yourself a restaurant because you love cooking and you want to keep cooking, hire someone who helps you manage the restaurant so you can cook. You can choose the role you want to play if you are having your own business. But what you have to understand is that you cannot run business successful like that on your own without help. Same as a corporate manager. If you are not helping your analysts grow and you're not letting them do their work and you're not delegating because you are so perfect, you will burn out and you will make your people suffer because you are being the reason why they cannot grow and develop. You're being the root cause of the motivation and stress for them and for yourself. Alright, then we have the second archetype of entrepreneurs the book mentions. The manager, the organizer, is stuck in the middle ground. This person loves structure, planning, and organization. They try to create order, but they are so busy managing crises that they never move forward. If you're an entrepreneur, this means you're spending too much time on processes, checklists, and fixing mistakes. If you are a manager, this means you are drowning in meetings, spreadsheets, and reports. They struggle to lead with vision. An example can be that a marketing agency owner who's so busy running operations that they never focus on growth. An example in the corporate business world is a manager who is just so focused on having so many meetings, or it's like so busy, their calendar is so busy that they are not even having time to think, analyze, and build their acumen to really grow their team and provide more value. Then we have the third type, the entrepreneur, the visionary leader. This is the type of leader that is so focused on the vision, on the dream. They work on the business and on the team, right? Like if you're an entrepreneur, this means that you maybe are delegating, hiring great people and scaling, and you are like just so focused on dreaming and building the strategy and motivating people to do what you want. So let's see an example. A franchise restaurant owner who doesn't cook, but instead trains great managers, builds systems, and expands their brand, assuming that they have everything very well balanced. Most people stay stuck in the technician mode, right? But to grow as a leader, you need to have a little bit of the 3 of them. You must be able to roll up your sleeves and do the work, right? Like the technician mode, the doer. But you also have to put your manager hat and have the meetings, give the guidance to the people because you are the representative of the company or of the team if you are incorporated. And you must also as well have the vision. So that's what it's really hard, like to have that equilibrium. And as a corporate manager, the bad news is that you must have the balance between the 3. If you are an entrepreneur or a business owner, and what you really want to do is just like making the cakes, you can delegate the rest, hire people who help you with the rest. But if you are a manager in corporate, you have to balance the 3 archetypes. So now let's review how to fix shifting from technician to a leader that has everything balanced, right? Because it's a very common for both entrepreneurs and corporate leaders. So for corporate managers, everyone is going to tell you stop micromanaging, right? Let your team take ownership, give guidance, not control. But in order for you to do that, you first have to trust your team. So you have to develop them, you have to coach them, so you trust enough in them. You must give them the opportunity to do things on their own without you being there. And part of gaining that trust is building systems. Instead of solving the same problems over and over, create playbooks and SOP systems of procedures, and then make sure that you're leading, not just managing. Your job is not just to hit key performance indicators. You must develop your people so you gain peace of mind and you gain that freedom for you to strategize and grow yourself as a leader as well and be able to grow your career. Now, for entrepreneurs, get out of the technician trap. You didn't start your business to be the most overworked employee. You cannot do everything on your own. Hire and train leaders. Bring on people who can run parts of your business without you. I know this is hard, the transition from being only you to hiring help. Work on the business, set the vision, what you want, how do you want your business to scale. You can do this. Alright, the key takeaways from the E-Myth Revisited book. Odds say that if you are feeling overwhelmed, it's because you're stuck in the technician mode, in the doer mode, doing everything on your own. You're not delegating enough or you're not hiring help. Then, great leaders don't do everything. They build teams that can build with them. And finally, your business or team doesn't need you to work harder. It needs you to lead smarter by delegating, trusting your team, having a vision, and having the balance between the doer, the manager, and the visionary. All right. And by the way, remember to subscribe to learn the most amazing leadership strategies. As a leadership researcher, I'm always publishing amazing research that I either find with my clients or that I read in different books or in different mentorships or courses that I'm part of. And I also have this amazing masterclass that is exclusively for leaders and it's free. It will show you how to go from overwork and overlook as a leader to becoming a very confident, amazing leader in just 90 days. It's free and it's amazing. It will change your life as a leader. So if you're interested, you can check it out in the video description. See you around. Bye.